Happy New Year! Here we are, ready to take on 2014, right? Okay, so you've been practicing your 10 by 10 workouts with me, right? Good, because you're going to need a little bit of practice so we can move on to one-hand swings. We're going to start our first set of 10 swings in 2 seconds, and we're going to contract those glutes tight and keep them tight at the top. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more makes 10. Great. Okay, I'm going to start a set of 10 swings every minute, all right? So we've got 45 seconds to talk in between sets. Now, the reason why I started with the glutes is because the glutes play a really important role in stabilizing the one-hand swing, okay? So I'm going to explain how, after this next set, we're going to contract our glutes quickly and keep them tight and contracted as long as we can, okay? So here we go, set 2, 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, I hope you can tell how long I was able to keep them tight at the top. So it's important that we practice this, because once we let go of one of our hands, all of a sudden that nice symmetrical movement of the two-hand swing becomes an asymmetrical movement. And we have to be strong in many parts of our body to handle stabilizing that load. Okay, so we're going to go again with our third set of 10 in about 15 seconds. So an analogy, a demonstration that I like to use is, can the bell get any further away from my body than the length of my arm? Let's do our third set of 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay tight at the top. I'll show you why when we're done. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So the demonstration I like to use is, can my arm that has the bell at the end get any further away from my foundation, my center of gravity, than the length of my arm? Well, let's see. If I bend my hips, whoa, look at how far away from that bell, how far away from my body that bell is. And when the bell is in motion, it's a lot heavier than the face value. Whoosh, boy, that's really going to pull you in a direction you don't want to go. So one more set, we're going to practice keeping that bell in as close to our body. How do we do it? By keeping our glutes as tight at the top of the swing, each and every swing as long as possible. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so did you understand that? We want to keep that bell as close to our foundation, our center of gravity, our strength, all right? Our strength, our abs, our glutes, our quads, right here. This is where all the strength and the power is. We're not lifting the bell, or we're not lowering the bell. Okay, so now we know that's an important thing to keep in mind. So how do we know if our hips if we're letting go of that contraction too soon? Well, we know because the bell will start to jerk us around. So here we go. No jerky swings. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, no jerky swings. What do I mean by jerky? The bell is jerking you around. Well, the easiest way to visually see if you are too far away from your center of gravity is we talk about not letting the handle of the bell come below our knees. all right? So if we break at the knees, break at the hips too soon, and the bell whoosh, jerks us around, you see where the bell's going to go? So in this next set, I'm going to demonstrate 3 swings that are jerking me around, and then I'm going to keep my glutes a little bit tighter longer, and I'm going to fix that problem. All right, so if this looks like you, then all you have to do is tighten your butt at the top. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so I think that was set 5. I think we're halfway done with our 10 by 10 workout. Making sure that probably the most important part, that those glutes are tight at the top. Really, I do think that's probably the most important part. Besides having straight legs. And how do we know our legs are straight? By lifting up, contracting our quads, lifting up our kneecaps. So, straight legs, tight hips, tight glutes. The most important, but not everything's important. We'll go on to the next thing. After this next set of 10, I'm going to demonstrate some jerky swings, and then I'm going to demonstrate them correctly, right? So if the bell comes below your knees and it's jerking you around, then maybe all you have to do is keep those glutes tight at the top. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Okay, so 4 more sets of 10, and we're done with our 10 by 10 today. And we're practicing some of the important bits of the 2-hand swing, because our next workout is going to include the 1-hand swing. And guess what? When we let go of one of those hands, whoosh, guess what? It becomes an asymmetrical movement, and we need that core to be able to be strong enough to stabilize now an asymmetrical loading of our body. So this next set of 10, you're not going to hear me count, but you are going to hear me exhale sharply and contract my abs. Ready? Here we go. All right, I lost count, sorry. Don't know how many swings that was. I'll probably find out when I review the video, but doesn't matter. Okay, so again, our abs are part of our core, okay? Our core goes all around our body, okay? It's not just in the front, but this is the part that this is the part that protects our lower back, all right? It makes our lower back even stronger by stabilizing it. So I'm gonna let go of one of my hands, punch myself in the gut. I don't want you to let go if you're not ready to do 1-hand swings, because I'm gonna show you how to do 1-hand swings in the next workout. But what I want now is that tight gut. Ready? 1. Tight gut right here. All right, 2 more sets of 10 and we're done. So we want to keep that bell, the handle of the bell above the knees so it doesn't jerk us around. That's a telltale sign that we are not keeping our glutes contracted long enough, okay? The other thing is we want to make sure that those abs are tight at the top, because when we let go of one hand, our core has got to be strong enough to stabilize a moving weight that becomes heavier when it's descending, when gravity is, boom, taking it down away from us, okay? So here we go. This time everything's perfect. Tight glutes, tight abs. Here we go. All right, 1 more set of 10 and we are done with our 10 by 10. And we are going to be ready for those 1-hand swings in our next workout. So, if you only have one bell, these 2 parts of the swing become really, really important, because probably that one bell that you have is fine for 2 hand swings, but all of a sudden becomes twice as heavy when you let go of one of your hands, okay? When you let go of one of your hands, you want to make sure that that bell is not going to pull you out of position. It's not, right? Because you've got tight glutes and tight abs. Last set of 10. Here we go. One more. All right, there's our 10 by 10. For the new year, it's our last one that is only 2 hand swings. Our next group of 10, my next group of 10 by 10s will include those 1 hand swings to practice, and I'll go over some of those points again and more.